Yo, it's Pugs Atomz.
And I'm Damon Lamar Reed.
And you are now in the art store.
I need to go to the art store. I need to go get some paint.
We left off on our last episode. We were getting ready for the Black Boy Art Show here in Chicago at the Zalby Art Center. And we did it. And we kind of cashed out. I wasn't mad at this one.
It's up.
Because I mean, this was like my third time doing the Black Boy Art Show, and Damon's second time doing it. And like the first time I did it was a wow, knocked me out the park. Couldn't believe it. Sold a lot of merch, met a lot of people. The second one I did, it was okay. Like it was like the booths were kind of small. Not mad at it, but it just it didn't give me what I was expecting.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. The time I did it, I was like, am I gonna do this again? Saying that's actually why we decided to team up. So we were like, hey, we can like split this registration fee.
See how it goes.
Yeah, get the big booth.
Yeah, but no, that's the key. Like I didn't realize how much buying the bigger booth at the Black Boy Art Show affected people coming up, but then just the space, like it was really nice. The space.
No, we was like, you walk in, bam, that was our setup. Probably because we got it early. Yeah, we got the the highlight joint because we like, hey, look, we gonna go big or
Yeah, and I mean a lot of times with it, I've noticed it's kind of like you gotta go big. You can't cut the corner because you're just gonna do yourself a disservice, especially if you got a lot of stuff to show. And between both of us, I mean, we got a lot of stuff to show.
Yeah.
You're talking merch, you're talking art objects, you're talking actual paintings, you're talking prints, you're talking tapestries, et cetera, et cetera. But man, I had some really good conversations, at the Black Boy Art Show. The founder, he came up and, chatted with both of us about it. And he was impressed that we had teamed up to do it and showing that unity. But the craziest part, I met like some rappers from way back in the 90s that they don't rap anymore, but they were telling me stories of me and them back in the day battling and all that. So that was like really cool. And, just for me, I always just love seeing people happy with their purchase. To me, that's magical because I mean, that's why I buy things, because I want to feel good about the thing I'm buying. Yeah.
Nah, it was super cool. One thing I had bought these like denim trench coats, and I was actually like, it didn't quite fit. I bought it for me first, you know what I'm saying? It didn't really fit how I wanted it to fit. So told my wife, I'm like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna just send these back. And she's like, nah, they're like, make that, because different things fit people different ways, you know. So I went ahead, I threw my Chicago boy design on it. I took them. And I actually like sold all the ones I had, and like the women were loving them, and they fit the women like really good. You know what I'm saying? So
they were going crazy with your stuff, man. I was over there like, he's over there. He's over there. You can shop with him. But I mean, another part of it I really enjoyed was being a couple people's first ever art purchase. So it's kind of like to be starting someone's collection, and then also just them appreciating getting that want to collect art, and being able to talk to somebody knowledgeable about the whole thing. Because I mean, a lot of them were just like, all right, so how do I take care of it? How do I get it appraised? Da 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 da. But I was like, fair enough, good questions, good times. But man, I'm saying A1 Black Boy Art Show. Thank you. I had a great time. Definitely would recommend. Definitely gonna do it again. And big up to the James Brown Effect. Follow that man on Insta. He was out there smacking them out, getting people to cop his joints. He sold some originals too. It was dope.
Yeah. No, my guy, Just Steve, he performed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Binky was the host.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, big up to Binky. He pulled me up there. I gave out like a free bucket hat, and we cracked some jokes with the crowd. Big up to Vail. He was out there live painting. Hey, he had his son out there selling his portrait joints, man. I hate to say little, because people always try to downgrade you when they say your little art or your little music. But I mean, they were actually little. But he was cashing out, man. Big up to the young man. It's important for kids to see it and understand that being an artist could be a viable thing.
Yeah, and they brought the people out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Black Boy, y'all owe us a video. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit y'all up, because last time I didn't get my promo video. We still didn't get so hey, we gonna work it out.
Yeah. But I did get some other footage, from other people that like added us and all of that, man. So definitely Black Boy Art Show, big up. And we maybe have to try to do another city, see what that's like,
Actually, yeah. And that's, one thing about just, hey, if you an artist, if you vending and stuff, sometimes you don't know, like, do I want to do this show? Do I want to enter this? So yeah, it definitely was
and staying to the end. Staying to the end, because like I definitely caught a couple people because other people had packed up, and they were like, "I'm trying to cash out with somebody," and I had to take their money.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say as a thriving artist, it is important to research the fairs and find ones that are fitting for the kind of art you make, and also. You got to do them to figure out your price point, figure out, how do other people see the worth of your art, also to see how you see the worth of your art. Maybe you're not charging enough. Maybe you're charging too much. Maybe it's a happy medium, between the two.
Yeah. And I like to go around and look at other people's work, because if you see something comparable, or even if you see something that, all right, that's not really like what I do, but it's just, if you don't know your price point, figuring it out. Like from doing art shows and stuff, I learned like, all right, I need to like raise this price up. I need to do this. And it's just, figuring out how to give your art the value you want to give it.
Mm-hmm. The other reason we're telling you about this is because we actually launched this pod at the Black Boy Art Show. We were the art store there. And got a lot of people to sign up for the email list and all that. So you about to get hit, people that signed up.
Yeah. And and that was super cool because we had, kind of like our graphics up.
Yeah, we made it look like a store. Yeah.
We had
like
we
the
were
aisle numbers and all that.
Yeah, the only kind of duo. So some people like, hey, is that your art? I'm like, hey, that's Pugs, it's me. And we just kind of explained what we were doing. And we had like some free. Like we were giving away some art supplies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's the art store.
Yeah.
Next time you got to come to get your art supplies, Yeah. But also, I mean, you had the Still Searching. You had like all that information out there.
Yeah. Just about, if y'all don't know, we do portraits about missing women and children. So and a couple years ago, me and my wife started the official 501c3, because sometimes you get the organization, but you ain't really got the organization, and that
you got the paperwork. Yeah. And also with the paperwork, you qualify for grants and a lot of other opportunities that if you don't have the paperwork, you might not be able to get.
Yeah. So hey, now we got a grant writer. And now really I'm just doing some of the art now. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she really do all the stuff. She just be like, Damon, hey, we gonna have
big up
event.
Nicole.
Yes.
All the P's.
Yeah.
So, we did that. Outside of that, you just won an award, right?
Hey, matter of fact, let me go get it right quick, man.
Go get the award.
Let me go get it right quick.
You get the award.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, me, Damon, and quite a few of our friends and some of the artists we look up to are all part of the Chicago Public Art Group. I learned about the art group as a teen. My mom brought me up there, to check it out. So when I finally had the chance to join, I was born and enthused too, but he got the
artist of the first ever artist of the year. Saying, let me talk my.
Give a speech if you want.
But look, I mean, like he was saying, Chicago Public Art Group, I really shout him out because my first mural project, assisting Bernard Williams, who was my mentor and even now is my friend, I don't know, we still do art together. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the guy. So I assisted him on a Chicago Public Art Group project. I went on, I was like assisting, I assisted John Pittman Weber, Tracy Van Dynen, Juan,
is it Perez, maybe? No?
Juan Perez? Juan Chavez? Yeah, Juan Chavez.
I knew it rhymed.
Yeah. And worked with Sid Howe Weber. You know what I'm saying? Me and him collaborated. So but just got to go through and like learn from some of the, the mural greats, because I didn't even know about a career in mural painting before I met Bernard Williams. So, got to be an assistant, went on to be a lead artist. Even shout out, to John Pounds. He was the executive director for a long time. And
big up Bill, the OG.
Yeah, Bill Walker, you know what I'm saying? We restored some of his murals.
All the
Calvin
murals.
Jones.
Yeah.
We restored
Calvin.
his.
He on the side of the Regal, if you ever seen that one, him and Caitlin.
Yeah. So we are really just like, the mural movement started with Chicago Public Art Group. I feel like they don't really get the notoriety they supposed to get.
Put respect on their names, because they've been here in the trenches, and like they put on. They definitely put on. I mean, when I was trying to get some steady checks, definitely the art group had the opportunities. I mean, I got to do my first large-scale NAP grant through them of changing 71st between Cottage Grove and South Chicago into like an arts corridor with murals, and now we're up to 4 murals over there now. So I mean, it's building, and definitely put respect on the Chicago Public Art Group. And if you're an artist that does murals, look into it, man. You gotta have like-minded people around you. I will say, like, the basis of my success and Damon's success is definitely having a good network around you to keep you going, man, because it does get daunting when it's all on you,
Yeah. Now, the wall of respect. If you just appreciate art, look up the wall of respect. That was the start of the Chicago mural movement. And that was really the start of the Chicago Public Art Group. So,
they had Afri-Cobra. They were painting on that one too, right?
I believe
some
so.
of the members they were painting on that.
And Bill Walker and John Pittman Weber. Yeah, the black man and the white man came together, and they formed. No, but they united, and they started the mural movement, which later became the Chicago Public Art Group. So that's why I said this is like the Oscar for the arts, because hey, people may be sleeping on CPAG. But I gotta let the people know that's
And this was the first time ever, right?
Yeah, this is the first ever artist of the year. So what I'm saying that they had. So bow.
Get your walk off.
But
man, that's what's up.
So and the new executive director, Chantel.
Big up Chantel.
Yeah.
And the whole staff, man. All y'all. They always show love
over there. Yeah, they definitely have kept us
busy.
Busy through the years.
Yeah,
through the years. So
what do you think is like your favorite project you've done with CPAG?
Man, I think I gotta say like my first big bricolage mosaic. If you don't know what that is, that's kind of mixing, using tile, mirror, also like I use painted elements, different things like that. But it was at what used to be the Chicago Christian Industrial League. Now it's called Safe Haven. It's on California and Roosevelt. So that was like my first big mosaic project. Max Sansing, he assisted me on that project. And then we had like, I think about 5 people who were, residents there. They assisted on the project. And yeah, it's still there, still looking good. So ride by it, check it out. I think that's probably my favorite one I did with them.
Word. That's what's up. That's what's up. But I was salty. I didn't get to go to the awards gala, give my plate on and toast, to one of the best out the city. Yeah. But I went down to Art Basel, man, for an artist retreat with the Inglewood Arts Collective while that was going on, and just got a lot of inspiration down there, man. Like it was dope to see like Hebu Brantley showing out. Mm-hmm. He had like a whole like Black Circus versus Middle Passage versus Black people in America, societal norms, etc. But his joint was like right as soon as you walked in, you know, to the fair, and it was just like a wow moment, you know, seeing people you grew up with being able to excel, but continue to excel, you know,
inspiration.
Yeah, because I mean, think about how many people you're like, oh, that's cold, and then that's like the last you hear of that person, you know, it never keeps coming. But you know, it was a lot of interesting work. I mean, something that stood out to me, you know, it's just people's choice of materials, like some of the people using clear tape as their medium, and then cutting things out and adding light in the back to create the distance, the depth of field and all of that. And then LVMH, they threw a really good event where they honored Slick Rick and then had a host of different young and old artists featured in the show there. That was pretty cool because like they had a bunch of Romare Bearden. Like I think it was like $10 million worth of Romare Bearden collages just in there. So I mean, I was like, man, to see it up close and personal was awesome. Because I mean, that's one of my favorite artists. I probably wouldn't have really kept going with art if it wasn't for seeing his stuff, you know. Richard Beaver's gallery, they showcase some great work.
Yeah, they always.
Pick up Richard Beaver's, man. Salute to them, man. They even did something for the kiddos out there, like the young artists trying to get it. Yeah, they popped up at I want to say like the Kith store. Yeah. So that was like really dope to see that. And then, you know, all the graffiti writers getting busy down in Wynwood. I mean, it was funny as we were going through. It was like, there's Static. Oh, there's another Static. Like, I was like, man, he done been here all them years painting, man, getting it in.
Now, real quick, how is, because I never been to Art Basel, you know what I'm saying? One day I'm going to go to Art Basel at the, you know what I'm saying? But now, how is it like set up though? What is it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, first, people will keep correcting you on how to say it. Because I definitely was like a Basel.
Yeah, I just heard Jay-Z say it one time, you know what I'm saying? So.
But no, I mean, the first time I went, I did a fashion show, me and Platinum. We did a fashion show out there. There was like a secondary event. But, you know, it's just to see a lot of people that you only talk to online in one place is super powerful. But then also to see the power of art, to see what's going on, to see what's wow, what's mid, what's, you know, interesting, what's provocative, and then also, you know, to see what the prices, you know, because some of the prices is crazy. The only thing I would say, kind of not necessarily negative, but I feel in comparison, because I think the last time I went was maybe 6-7 years ago. Is just the corporateness that enters all these kind of spaces, you know. I mean, the same with South by Southwest in comparison to when I started going to, you know, the last few years of it. It's just like the corporate money definitely comes in and plays a part.
You think that's a good thing? Or?
I mean, it just depends on who's the connector, the person in between calling the play of how this interacts with the artist and keeping true to, you know, who the artist is with this company and that kind of thing. But one of the cooler pop-ups that were there was Complex Con. They teamed up with Vandy the Pink, and they had like maybe it was like 2 floors of the entrance of a hotel that was pretty ill. Yeah, and they had like a large scale sculpture on the 2nd floor, and then I mean obviously had merch for sale and all of that. That was really dope. West Side Gun, he had a pop up where you could come buy all his like wrestling shirts and Griselda merch and records and all that. That was pretty dope. The homie Greg D from Chicago, he had a nice party at Red Rooster. When you go, you gotta go. If you've been there, you know Red Rooster, man. The soul food, amazing. We did the EAC dinner there. Oh my gosh, so good. But also I got to check out the OK Player House. They had their first ever spot there, and they had discussions with photographers, producers, just getting more insight to a lot of the album covers I didn't know was like all the same person, like Loud Records. You know, just because I mean, as a kid, you're looking at all this stuff and you're thinking it's just one person doing it, but in all actuality, I mean, you think it's multiple people do it. Excuse me, but it's like one person with the vision and the eye, and then everything's kind of copying that. You know?
Yeah.
So that was really dope, you know, to see that
Man.
in that kind of place. Trying to think what else there's. The Museum of Graffiti. I've been meaning to go there for some time. I went to their pop up at South by Southwest 2 years ago, and that was really dope to see, because they had like some Chicago cats repping in there. Big up to Zeb. He had like the video of when he did his invisible graffiti performance art.
Yeah.
So like he's invisibly tagging on buses and people and all this, and then the police are trying to like get him to go away. Yeah.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah. So that was dope to see. And then they had like Smith and Wesson, Tech was there, and they had Bun B, they had Static Selector, and quite a few other artists over there. Rick Ross was, I think, there the night before we came. But just, you know, really dope to see graffiti in that light of people that did it.
Hey, I'm planning on, you know what I'm saying, like, hey, I thank you that I'm in Art Basel soon, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be out there repping, selling stuff for big money, for the big pockets. You know
but ultimately, I mean, any artist that's popping or, you know, has really good gallery representation is featured there. I mean, there's way too many artists to name. I mean, I'm gonna run some photos while we're talking about this on the visual part of the podcast. You could see some of the art that I found really interesting.
I saw that parrot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That parrot was crazy. Like from the front, it looked like a parrot, and then like you see like the side. It's like I guess a sculpture. Sideways, it's like all kind of Barbie dolls and stuff on it.
Now all their artists is crazy, man. Like it was an exhibit here maybe a year ago where they had rented out a space and had a bunch of those type of pieces up. Yeah, but I mean, I always wonder, like, how does that go? Because I mean, I'm assuming it's like any other thing that you create. It's kind of like you have the idea, and then it's like you finding how to get to that point. But that's just crazy. Of that one moment where you're like, the laundry over there looks like the Mona Lisa. Yeah. About to make it, you know. Out of crazy.
Man. But I don't know, man.
Yeah. You just gotta have your budget. That's what I would say. If you're buying art or not buying art, you definitely need to have your budget intact, man. But I mean, we stayed at the Robbie. That was a pretty cool spot. It was like you get your own apartment, or you could do like I think it was like 8 people max. Rooms there, but it was like on the furthest part of it was like 205 North Collins. So it was kind of away from the main strip. So it was nice to have this quiet spot, then go back into the chaos.
Yeah. How far away was that?
It was pretty like maybe 6-7 blocks from the Untitled Fair and the Scope Art Fair. But it was pretty close. It was pretty close. Yeah. And then, I mean, the other stuff was all relatively close. Because, I mean, we stayed on South Beach. So, I mean, it was kind of like just going up and down there and then popping into the city parts for some of the other things. Yeah. The only thing that I didn't see that I wish I could have saw, but I don't think they did anything this year, was usually lowlifes from New York. They usually do some type of Miami event during our Basel. But I don't think they did anything this year. But that was like the only day I was like, oh. Yeah. But big up Umar Rashid, another Chicagoan, man, was out there repping, doing his thing as always. His paintings are crazy because he's telling history in a dramedy kind of way, but sometimes repurposing the characters and changing the narrative. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good stuff. All right, hey. You need to go get your, I don't know, I'm going to be looking in the tickets now, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you definitely want to buy all this stuff now, because it only goes up. I remember I was pricing out like renting a home for the group of us to go. And I mean, the price, I think at the time, it was like maybe $2,000 a night. And then like literally over the next week, that joint skyrocketed like $20K. And I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. But I get it.
Yeah.
It comes out, man.
Yeah. Now, did you come back with any like new ideas that you gonna be trying out?
Yeah, I think I did. I mean, more so like on how to display stuff. I think I was definitely there taking notes on like, all right, when I have my booth out here, this is how I'm gonna do it, that kind of thing would probably be the most. But I did see a lot of texture. I saw a lot of texture, like thicker texture on paintings, and I was happy to see that because I love texture. I love it when you can feel it,
Yeah.
But until next time, we are the Art Store. One Damon Lamar Reed, one Pugs Atomz.
Yeah.
Subscribe, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell your neighbor,
Hey,
tell your
we
friend
here.
that makes art.
We here.
Peace.
This is brought to you by USUE93, PugsAtoms.com. This is brought to you by Paint Clothes, DamonLamarReed.com.